People claim to be God all the time, and they're crazy, they're deluded. And so if Jesus claimed to be God, honestly, the right response in the first century would have been, you're probably crazy. But if he then said, no, wait, watch, I'm going to prove it to you by rising from the dead, now we have something to test his claim. Frankly, if someone came in and said, I'm God, my response would be, you're crazy. But if they said, no, wait and see, I'm going to be killed. 3 days after I'm killed, I'm going to rise from the dead to prove to you that I'm God. Now I would have something to watch. And that's exactly what happened with Jesus. So here's the case. If Jesus claimed to be God and then proved it by rising from the dead, you have a great reason to believe in the Christian message. So David and I investigated these things. Historically, we started looking into the Bible to see how reliable it was. We started looking into evidence surrounding the Bible, extra-biblical testimony, to see what it said about Jesus. And after investigating this for years, I came to the conclusion that the evidence for Christianity is very strong. We talked about 3 points, the death, deity, and resurrection of Jesus. When it comes to the death of Jesus, historically incontrovertible. Unless you're willing to throw out history, you have to conclude that Jesus died on the cross. Number 2, did he rise from the dead? As far as the events are concerned, the best explanation of what happened to Jesus is that he rose from the dead. The best explanation by far is that he rose from the dead. Do you have to believe it? No. You can take a look at the evidence, stand back and say, I don't know what happened. Fine, you can do that. But if you're going to conclude anything about what happened to Jesus, looking at the evidence, not as a Christian trusting that the Bible is the Word of God, but as a historian looking at the evidence critically, if you're going to conclude anything, the best conclusion by far is that Jesus rose from the dead. I saw that as a Muslim.